Welcome everyone to another top 10. I'm Old School Gamer 1971. Millie, Lloyd, everyone, hope you're all having a great day. Before we begin, if you enjoy this video, please like, comment and share. Check out my channel and subscribe, as it helps the channel grow and puts a big old smile on this old face. Today's top 10 is game plots. So here we are looking at game plots. Warning, there will be some spoilers. I will try to keep them to a minimum and no ending spoilers. This list is about the plots as a whole and not necessarily the script. It's about the journey the game takes you on. Not all games are the same. Some games have a plot but don't really have words written or otherwise. I've had hours of fun with these games, twists and turns, characters that make the story come to life. These are the games that stand out. This generation there has been so many standout titles, it was hard to whittle them down to just 12, with narrative games, RPGs and open world populating my top 10. As console generations have passed, the importance of the plots has become more apparent. Going from written word to graphical adventures to the narrative adventures of today and everything in between, we have watched them grow. So I decided to make a list of the games that spring straight to mind, the ones that have made a lasting impression on me. My number 10, A Way Out, came to the PlayStation 4 in 2018 and was developed by Hazelight Studios. This is one amazing co-op experience. You play as one of two criminals, Vincent Moretta or Leo Caruso, who share a common enemy, Harvey. They plan an escape to exact their revenge. They must start by escaping prison. This is no small task and you must work together. Yes, that's right. It is a co-op only game and you must work together. It cannot all be done by one person. You play couch co-op or online. You will still see it in split screen however. You then meet both of their families. One is having problems with their son. The other is about to have their first child. Soon it is back to finding the enemy and then onto the final showdown.
Okay? What do you want?
It's the bit after however that I'm not overly fond of. Otherwise it would have been 4 or 5 places higher on this list. And yet when playing it is great fun. The plot is worthy of your time. Just don't go expecting a great ending. But it is memorable though, to its credit.
You're up. Get in there.
That's all I need. Move along.
Moving on to number 9, Murdered Soul Suspect, came to the PlayStation 4 in 2014 and was developed by Airtight Games. The game opens to you being shot, one Ronan O'Connor. You were a police detective and it's up to you, the recently deceased, to solve your own murder and be reunited with your love. Along the way you will find out what people really thought of you. The game is set in Salem, the witch capital of America, also a very haunted place, with witches, evil spirits and demons all around you, Also involved in the story, I like how you help ghosts pass over, solving crimes and giving them peace. Being a ghost has its pros and cons and allows you to look deeper into the story through possession and other nefarious means. You meet a ghost girl as you lay dying on the floor, and she helps lead you to the finality of the game. I like the game and its story and feel it is a missed opportunity in that this will never likely see a sequel. It released early on in the PlayStation 4 life cycle, so the attach rate was rather low.
When you're running away, you need a sanctuary. A place where nothing bad can touch you. But you can never escape the questions. They follow you everywhere.
Number 8, What Remains of Edith Finch, came to the PlayStation 4 in 2017 and was developed by Giant Sparrow. This is another fantastic title. You play as Edith Finch, who returns to her family home. It is a weird and charming place at first. In time and through stories you begin to realise that something is amiss, as she learned of their fates. So is the Finch family cursed? These stories is all done through different styles. Some are simpler, some are more complicated, but all are impactful. The bit with the swing where the child wanted to fly. This is all beautifully and artistically made, and whilst not AAA, I would argue that this fits perfectly for the story. It's not a very long game, but long enough and doesn't feel like it has any filler. PS, and being an indie title means that you get to use the original Halloween theme, so everyone's a winner.
Sorry, Don, just gotta reset the timer.
Dad, it's twitching. I think
That's
it's
totally normal, Don. Just focus on the camera. Try not to think about—
Dad!
My number 7, LA Noire, came to the PlayStation 4 in 2017 and was developed by Team Bondi. The story is that of a returning veteran, Cole Phelps, who after his service to his country joins the police as a patrol officer. You will follow his career as he rises through the ranks, but it's his backstory, through training, the war, and when he came home, the friends he lost. This is well written and did have me wanting to see what comes next until the very end. It's also the story of the cases that he solves. The suspects, witnesses and victims all have their own story to tell and truths for you to uncover. Cole is a strong protagonist and his story is one that I have mixed feelings to whether or not I want a sequel. On one hand, yes, it would be nice to see a continuation or even a new character, and on the other I believe second time round it would lose its charm. Either way, this game earns its way onto my list.
Floyd's departure leaves a place at the top table, and the chief has seen fit to promote Cole Phelps from burglary to the homicide desk. Stand up, Phelps. Take a chair. You're in the major leagues now, Sonny. Rusty Galloway, a fine lawman of the old school, will be taking you under his wing. Your first case is the murder of a woman, found last night and bearing all the signs of the werewolf. Get out to the scene, lads.
Moving on to number 6, Until Dawn, came to the PlayStation 4 in 2015 and was developed by Supermassive Games. This is a survival horror game where you play as 8 characters, a mixed bunch to like and loathe, and your actions, choices decide their fate. However, this has a great story and keeps in with the rest of the game, a horror and slasher fest. We see a prank that goes horribly wrong, 2 sisters go missing. Fast forward a year later and the friends return to the place where they went missing. Her brother Josh is looking for both sisters and answers to what happened the previous year. With a Ouija board, Wendigos, and mental instability on the menu, like any horror thriller, everything is slowly revealed to you and has a twist ending to say everything may not be over. As the forerunner for the Dark Pictures series, this is arguably better, just because more fleshed out characters, but Man of Medan is a fantastic game also. I just find the characters here are more polarising.
Of all preconceptions, drop all inhibitions, and generally give yourself over entirely to the will of others, sublimating your every desire to the whims of the Spirit Master, which is me.
It doesn't say that.
And all present will remove their garments at my sole discretion.
Chris, come on, this is serious.
Oh, I'm deadly serious.
Oh, shush it. Let's try this.
Yes, please.
Okay, then. Let's see what happens. Ashley, since you're a recent convert, why don't you be our medium for today?
Number 5, Call of Cthulhu, came to the PlayStation 4 in 2018 and was developed by Cyanide. So whilst this has the H.P. Lovecraft's Call of Cthulhu moniker, it is only really inspired by, so it does take big time liberties with the source material. It also borrows from the 1981 role-playing game of the same name. You play as Edward Pierce, a private investigator and war veteran who must investigate a fire at Darkwater Island, the Hawkins family mansion to be exact. As a fan of Lovecraft's work and a video game nut, this was win-win. A grisly, dark, dank and green world. Has there ever been a much more H.P. Lovecraftian world? With black magic and dark forces involved, it weaves a tale of the occult that is rarely seen in the video game forum. And whilst it may not be everyone's cup of tea, it sure as hell is mine. I like the way his insanity is woven into the story, and you don't normally see it quite so well executed.
Move back. Let the police do their work. Hey, Sullivan. Can't you go any faster?
See how old this thing is. If we force it too much, we'll break everything. You can't do that.
The blood is just beginning to coagulate. It died a short time ago. Only a specialist would know what killed it.
You can't understand. You're not sailors. It's a sign. There's something coming.
My number 4, The Wolf Among Us, came to the PlayStation 4 in 2014 and was developed by Telltale Games. This was amazing to me, to have characters from nursery rhymes and children's literature come to our world having been driven out of their own. Spells to make the more outlandish inhabitants look like Mondays, their names for human beings. They have their own part of the city for them to dwell, and ultimately their own law, which is where you come in as Bigby, the big bad wolf. He is the sheriff and oversees all that is going on. He partners with Snow White. When you start the game, it is with a murder that the two of you must investigate, with a cast of Belle, Beast, Jack, the Woodsman, Tweedledum, Tweedledee, Bluebeard, and Toad of Toadall. Oh, and how could we forget Georgie Porgy from the Pudding and Pie strip club? Oh, have they grown. Not to mention the Crooked Man and Bloody Mary. It is a pity that Telltale shut their doors with a second game not even finished. Someone pick this up.
She looks familiar. I can't place her though.
A working girl?
A working girl? I'm a working... Oh.
The Woodsman. He attacked her, I stepped in. And he threatened to kill us both.
No. You don't think he...
I don't think anything yet. Just give me a second.
My number 3, Detroit Become Human, came to the PlayStation 4 in 2018 and was developed by Quantic Dream. This is amazing. I know I've said that a lot, but this is not just as a game, not just as a story, but how its world is what our world is becoming. The mundane and dirty jobs in the future are taken over by androids. We built them to do those jobs. We are doing that now ourselves. Industries worldwide are looking to cut down employees by mechanisation. In Detroit Become Human, some of mankind now feels that the robots are taking over and that they want their jobs back. I feel that this is shown brilliantly, and certainly everyone should see this for themselves, how it plays out. Anyway, back to the plot. We have 3 androids from 3 walks of life: a housemaid / babysitter, a caregiver, and a police detective. Only one of them is shown any respect. The other 2 are resented for doing what they have been directed to do. One of them has been broken in the past by their own owner. This is their story as they head towards the androids, standing up for their rights and revolt against mankind.
I think I figured out what happened.
Oh, yeah? Shoot, I'm all ears.
It all started in the kitchen.
There are obvious signs of a struggle. The question is, what exactly happened here?
I think the victim attacked the android with the bat.
Moving on to my penultimate entry, The Last of Us Remastered. Came to the PlayStation 4 in 2014 and was developed by Naughty Dog. Anybody who really knows me knew this would be on here, and anyone who has ever played the beginning knows why this game is on here. For those who know the ending, some have questioned whether or not there should have been a choice morally. I question why I was not allowed to burn the damn building to the ground. That beginning may just be the greatest opening to a game of all time. It hits you so hard and sets the mood for the whole adventure. You play as Joel, and as the outbreak is happening, his daughter is gunned down in cold blood and he is wounded. If you've not seen this, go and watch it now. It then fast forwards a couple of years and Joel is doing whatever he can to survive under a military banner. There is also the Fireflies, who live outside the confines of the military bases. They employ Joel and his lady friend to take Ellie to a medical facility as she may hold the secret to a vaccine, as she has been bit but not infected, and so the journey begins.
We're okay. We just need to get to the hood of the truck. Shit, you hear that? They're coming. Move it, kid. All right, we're gonna get in quick. We're gonna get the battery. We're gonna get the hell out of here. God damn it, they're locked!
Not gonna hold.
We have to get inside to get the battery.
And my number one, Life is Strange, came to the PlayStation 4 in 2015 and was developed by Don't Nod. Life is Strange, and so we finally get down to this. This is a game that caught my imagination and never really let up before the end. You play as Max Caulfield. In class one day she discovers that she has powers to do with time, which allows her to change reality and save her friend, Chloe. Chloe herself is looking for her friend, Rachel Amber, who went missing before the game started. As Max's powers grow, she has to learn to control them. You can affect both conversation and actions with Max's powers. After Chloe and Max both reconnect after losing touch, they start looking for Rachel Amber and soon find themselves embroiled in a dark story and no way out. The storytelling is exceptional, and the last 2 episodes I played as soon as they were downloadable. The final episode has you make a choice that most people I have spoken to who have played this game found it the hardest decision in a game ever. With great characterization and decisions that really matter, and a story that shines brighter than most, is why it tops this list. Oh yeah, PS, it does have like Twin Peaks like little Easter eggs here and there. Fantastic game.
How do you know?
Victoria Chase. You know her.
You could say that. But why would Dana go after your boyfriend?
According to Victoria, Dana would do anything to date a quarterback.
According to Victoria? Huh.
She saw the sext, and Zachary won't answer his phone. Once Dana admits it, she can go. Straight to hell.
Max, I swear I didn't do anything.
And it is done. Hope you all enjoyed this top 10. There is plenty more content like this on my channel. Check it out, and if you would, spread the word. Enjoy your day, one and all. Old School Gamer 1971, signing off.